Hey, what's up guys? I decided to shoot this video in 1080p. That way anybody that bought an Xbox One X and has decided to hook it up on a 1080p TV can enjoy my video on their YouTube app on the Xbox One X in 1080p. 1080p. Okay, so here's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a video that I watched last night while I was on my lunch, and as I further watched it, it just kind of irritated me. But we're going to discuss how I end up creating ridiculous funny videos like the surge protector video because people thought that was funny. My girlfriend was showing it at work and people actually enjoyed it even though they didn't really know what the hell was going on. They just liked what I did with that video. And so it was kind of educational, entertaining, and satirical in regards to the gaming community and their constant regurgitation of articles. So, for instance, Xbox One X. Microsoft tweeted that you don't need to plug the Microsoft Xbox One X console into a surge protector. You could just plug it into the wall because it has its own built-in surge protector. And here's what happens on YouTube. I saw at least 4 different people regurgitate that tweet. Regurgitating a tweet for 8 fucking minutes. Instead of some gamer just reading that tweet and going, oh, okay. I would rather watch this guy talk about surge protectors for 8 fucking minutes and tell me how his grandmother's grandfather's sister's uncle's cousin had a fucking surge protector. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay? And then, here's the thing. You have multiple people in that realm of regurgitation. So you have the Sony fanboy that regurgitates it as a negative. Then you have the Xbox Microsoft cockwriter that regurgitates it as a positive. Then you have the guy that has no creative ideas and goes, hey, what can I read today? Okay, is that going to make me money? Guess what I can do? I could put a link down below and one up these guys because we're all making money off of Patreon, which is fine. We're all making ad revenue, which is fine. But now I'm going to link you a surge protector, and I'm going to be the guy that talks about surge protectors are positive, and I've had them all my life. I've had them since I was a fucking baby. In diapers, I had fucking surge protectors. Oh, by the way, link below to a fucking surge protector. And then you got the fanboy, the Sony fanboy going, and they all want to tell you fucking stories about fucking surge protectors in their life. And the guy's like, yeah, I had an apartment and everything blew, so why wouldn't I plug an Xbox One X into a surge protector? So I think that's really weird that Microsoft is telling you just to plug it into the fucking wall. And he makes it into a fucking negative. And ooh, because he's got to do clickbait news in a negative manner, right? For those Sony fanboys. And then you have the Microsoft fanboy that has to give you some sort of Microsoft fucking news every day. And he turns it into a positive and then tells you, hey, remember I was in a fucking hurricane, so I believe in surge protectors. And isn't this a great idea that Microsoft put a surge protector inside the Xbox One X? Isn't that fantastic? And then you got the other guy that's just like, well, I need to make money off of fucking YouTube because I don't do anything creative. Hey, can I talk about surge protectors for 8 fucking minutes? Oh, he fucking can. Oh, by the way, link below so I can make some money off of you for buying a fucking surge protector. Because if you're going to listen to me for 8 fucking minutes talk about fucking surge protector, clearly there's something wrong with you and you're probably fucking gullible, so you're probably going to hit the fucking link down below. Okay? So I see that and I go, Jesus fucking Christ. Yes, I literally see that and say Jesus fucking Christ. This guy right here. And I'm thinking to myself, I would rather just bang my head against the fucking wall instead of listening to somebody talk about surge protectors for 8 fucking minutes because of regurgitation of a fucking tweet. You couldn't wrap that video up in like fucking 2 fucking minutes. Why does my head hurt? So I see that kind of shit on YouTube and I go, you know what I'm going to do? That sparks my creativity. And then I'm doing this for a fucking hour, right? Got my paper, got my pen. See, look, I'm out of ink. Because I'm like, no. Okay, got to get my papers together, got to write a video, got to try to be amusing for people, because that's what I like to do. But if I'm going to talk to you about electronics, okay, first off, like I said, I don't want to fucking talk to anybody about video games. Not new video games, because God knows how that comment section would fucking be, okay? So, and I love my new video games, and I enjoy my Xbox One X and my PlayStation 4 Pro and my 4K Samsung Ultra HD television, my JS9000, okay? I enjoy my Oppo, okay, my Panasonic 4K Ultra HD player. So, I like high-quality products. And I understand there's people on a budget, and I get it. But, so, I'm watching, because we're going into that, but I just watch all this nonsense on YouTube, and I'm like, I can make this funny. And one of my subscribers is like, it's amazing how you took this power cord nonsense. There's nothing there, yet you turn it into something that's funny, that's clearly creative. You created something funny with this. And so I appreciate the acknowledgement of that, because a lot of these videos that y'all have seen that are quick cuts have literally taken me an hour to write, even though it's a 2 to 4 to 6 minute video. And then I just do my thing. So I get it all together, figure out how I'm going to do it, and yeah, so an hour goes by. And the other day it was an hour and 45 minutes just to do like a 2-minute video. So I appreciate y'all that are enjoying it. But anyway, this is what I want to talk about. So I watched this video at lunch, okay? And I'm not going to mention any names. You can figure out who I'm talking about, but it's another person that regurgitates, and another regurgitator regurgitated what they said out of a video, and then recommended them because they're a fantastic channel, even though they all regurgitate the same fucking stupid information. So the guy goes and buys a new TV. So let me go through the notes here real quick. So so you got a guy that regurgitates video game articles, blah 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 blah, and he picked up an Xbox One X, blah 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 blah. Makes a 12-minute video about a 4K HDR budget TV, blah 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 blah. Now here's the most important part. Tells you he's going to tell you his thoughts on the TCL P6O7. His thoughts. Did I mention blah, 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 blah? He says he's done a lot of research on this television, yet for some reason doesn't share that research with you. Except for one clip that shows you it has 14 milliseconds of delay. There's like a little, he's using a screenshot from a website that shows you it has 14 milliseconds of delay, okay? That's the research that he shows to you. Then he tells you what brands he loves. I love Samsung. I love Sony. I love LG. Blah, 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 blah. And he tells you TCL, is it TCL or TLC? Who cares? Okay? He tells you TCL or TLC is the third largest producer if you look at the market share. And it's the fastest growing brand for North America. Can I ask you a question? What in the fuck does that have to do with my picture quality to my fucking television? I don't care. I don't care if they're the third largest fucking producer of fucking television screens, and if they're the fastest fucking growing company. What does that have to do with what I really want to know? Okay? So, he tells you review after review after review that reviewers are really impressed. Tells you about the zones, blah, 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 blah. Oh, it has more zones. Clearly, he's just reading shit off of the article to you, thank God. And this is kind of where I have a problem. He tells you that Dolby Vision is better, and you have to look out and make sure the TV has both, meaning HDR and Dolby Vision, and that TV has both, right? Here's the deal. He tells you he just bought an Xbox One X, and he didn't need to buy a TV because he's got like 3 1080p TVs, but he wanted to get the full experience of Xbox One X, right? So he went out and he bought this nice budget brand television because everybody said how fantastic it is, okay? And he tells you he's going to tell you his thoughts. Yet we're still into the video and there's been no thoughts. Trust me, I just concentrated this down. 12 minutes of this video and no real thoughts in regards to the review on the television that are his thoughts, okay? And we're getting somewhere. But he goes on to tell you that Dolby Vision is better. Okay, how does he know that Dolby Vision is better than HDR? This is where I'm perplexed, because he just bought the fucking television. The video just went up a week ago. When I bought my Samsung JS9000, you know what I was doing? I was tinkering with it for 2 weeks in regards to picture quality. Now, I know not everybody's going to be that way. A lot of people are just jackasses. They buy a TV because they look at the picture at Wally World or Target and they go, oh, that looks good. And they don't realize they bought a piece of shit. And then they bring it home and they turn it on and they tinker with some things and probably blow the contrast out and the picture out and go, oh, that looks fantastic, until their friend like me comes over and has to fix their fucking television. Okay? So a lot of people are just fucking ignorant when it comes to electronics. I understand this. So now, he tells you that Dolby Vision is better than HDR. Here's where I have a problem with that. He just bought the fucking TV. Okay? He just bought the TV. Let's say, since he just bought the TV, we obviously know he doesn't have a 4K Ultra HD player because his fucking Xbox One X is the 4K Ultra HD player. So you know what that means? That means he has his first 4K Fisher-Price model when it comes to 4K Ultra HD. And the Xbox One X 4K picture quality right now is a fucking mess, okay? But the good thing is, maybe they can patch it out and fix it, but it's a mess, let's be honest, okay? That is your first 4K Fisher-Price model official 4K player. So, let's say he happened to pick up Power Rangers, which I don't think he's the kind of guy that rushes out and buys Power Rangers to check the Dolby fucking Vision. So that then he can tell you, hey, Dolby Vision is better than HDR. Because it sounds like to me, all the great fantastic points that he's making and the negative points that it only comes in that size, that 55-inch size, because he wanted a 49-inch size, sounds like the same exact talking points he read from the articles which I went and looked up. Unfortunately, he didn't give you the good negative talking points. So now he tells you that Dolby Vision is better than HDR. And it probably is. I haven't got to try it. But here's a guy who has a budget brand television and is telling you that Dolby Vision is better than HDR, and he's using an Xbox One X, which is laughable. Okay, so I'm supposed to believe within a week, he's tinkered with that television, he's got it down pat, and now all of a sudden, he is a fucking expert when it comes to Dolby Vision and HDR, and now he's telling you that Dolby Vision is better. Which I know the process of Dolby Vision and HDR. We're not going to get into that in the video, so it probably is. I haven't got to experience it because, of course, I have a fucking Samsung, and they're jackasses, and they haven't bothered to adopt the Dolby Vision. But I also know when it comes to 4K disc quality out there, there's not a lot of stuff that has Dolby Vision, and I do know that Power Rangers has Dolby Vision, okay? Not a lot of titles out there. So you're really not going to miss anything if you don't get a TV right now with Dolby Vision. No less, games like the Xbox One X and PlayStation Pro are going to support HDR, so you're not really going to be missing much. If you get a TV like this, with streaming, you can experience Dolby Vision and you can experience HDR. With streaming, that gets us into the second point. If he's telling you that from streaming, he streamed a fucking video, and streaming a video does not look as good as a 4K Ultra HD disc. Trust me, I'm completely fucking right on this, okay? So, it just kind of bothers me because I think he just read a talking point, and he's using a budget fucking brand television, and as far as I'm concerned, a budget 4K Ultra HD player. Let's be honest, sorry Xbox One X fanboys, I own one. I rushed out and bought one for $550, but I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Then he tells you about the Roku operating system, yada yada yada. Then after telling you how great Dolby Vision is, and that HDR is decent, he then goes on to tell you about HDR apps looking phenomenal. Just after he got done saying Dolby Vision is better and HDR is decent. I think the correct wording was HDR decent, yes, but not as good as Dolby. But then a couple of minutes later, hey, HDR apps look phenomenal. And he's honest with you and tells you that the sound sucks, which they tell you in the review. Interesting. Tells you that it has bad angles, right? But that he's just sitting in front of his TV, so that really doesn't matter with him. But the whole video seems rather positive because he just bought this television. Okay, so there's two negatives. Hey, guess what? Those happen to be in the 2 reviews I went and read. Tells you about the settings, yada, yada, yada. And then literally tells you the final negative. Oh, this is a big one. It only comes in 55 inches because he couldn't get the P in a 49-inch. Really? That's the final negative. When the other 2 negatives were the sound sucks and it has bad angles. But hey, tells you a budget brand and cost per performance. Fantastic. Tells you he thinks it's the best for the cash. But did you test any others out, jackass? And then we talk positively about HDR again, which is what I was trying to tell the gaming community like, what, 2 years ago? He then tells you he wanted to see if HDR is everything everyone said it was, and then tells you, yes it is. That's bizarre since you said it was decent compared to Dolby Vision. Then proceeds to tell you about HDR, but not really, just regurgitates some talking point. In regards to it's great, let's be honest, because it is. Tells you all the HDR options console has, just basically telling you, hey, you can't get HDR right now with a PC unless blah 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 blah, and by the way, your console support it, blah 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 blah, right? No real information given, just letting you know, hey, Xbox One X basically is going to give you HDR with some of the games, and that's why I bought a 4K TV. Tells you he bought it at Amazon, and also tells you there's like a Best Buy an hour down the road from him. Now this is all the stuff he tells you for 12 minutes. And happens to mention he has links down below. Tells you that the S model he almost bought, but it doesn't have Dolby Vision, blah 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 blah. Oh, there's a link down below for that too, guys. And then here's where he tells you something completely fucking stupid. He says, hey guys, you can go into Walmart and you can look at this TV and kind of see what the picture looks like. Well, first off, the picture out of the box for that TV sucks. And if you go into Walmart or Target or wherever the hell you can buy a budget brand TV, guess what? They're taking it out of the box. They're hanging it on the wall or sticking it on a stand and they're plugging it the fuck in and they're turning it on and nobody's tinkering with the goddamn picture settings. So the picture is going to fucking suck. No less in a retail environment full of fucking lights above you. Okay, now if you go into a place like Fry's, some of you might heard of it, it's down here in Houston, all their TVs are in a dark setting so that you can see the picture quality. Because viewing a picture in a lighted area doesn't really show you its flaws, okay? And the TV kind of seems brighter with all the lights, and it's not the perfect place for you to decide on how to buy a television. So that's just ignorant. That shows me the guy just doesn't know what he's talking about. Hey, but what do you expect from somebody that regurgitates video game articles and has now bought a 4K television that's a budget brand television and is now suggesting, hey, you should probably go buy this, gamers. I bought it, and by the way, looks pretty good on my Xbox One X. And don't forget that I have links down below where you can buy this TV. Oh, there's a small description. Just letting you know I might make some money from the sale of this television. Now, here's a really funny thing. While I was watching this video, on the 43-second mark of his video, guess what I saw? A gray screen. Well, guess what happens, guys, if your TV sucks? All TVs that are LED, LCD, OLED, they all got fucking color banding. You're pretty much screwed at this point because we decided to be ignorant and not support plasma because all the retail lies in regards to LED, LCD, blah, 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 blah. That's a whole nother video. So now, with that said, and they fixed the image retention, guys, so you don't have to type me all that bullshit in the comment section down below because I had the latest and greatest Panasonic and Samsung, and my friend still has the Samsung, and he fucking games on it right now. Great TV, plasma-wise. So anyway, with that said, because that would be a whole nother video. With that said, I see in the 43-second mark, a gray screen. I immediately see 3 giant fucking color bands. On this TV, He just told everybody was fucking fantastic. And here's the problem, too. He made the video a week ago. It takes you at least 2 weeks if you're as neurotic as me and one of my buddies out there, I won't mention his name, to set up the picture quality. And you're still tinkering with it while you're watching movies. You're still tinkering with it later. You're still playing around with it, okay? Even though it looks good out of the box, you still got to get it. Even if you go get settings from somebody that knows what they're doing, like the guy at CNET, and I forget his name. I think it's Katzenmeyer. I may be saying it wrong, and that's where I got some of this stuff. And he even tells you, hey, this TV has a great picture, but, okay, and I'm going to get into that. Because if you're going to make a 12-minute video and you're going to put a link down below where you might get paid by people buying the TV, and you say it's a great gaming TV, and you said you went and did all this research. Well, if you went and did all this research, then you ran across the negatives. And I think you should be honest as a YouTuber to talk about those negatives, because you have people that might, and that's their damn fault, but you have ignorant people that might just watch you, trust you as a YouTuber, and go, hey, he bought it, he likes it, he has a link down below, who gives a shit if he makes any money? I'm going to buy one, right? And they may not look up that information that may be prudent to them, okay? So that's what I have a problem with. So now I remember the screenshot he has, plus he showed like The Verge. Some guy, Chris at The Verge, recommended the TV. Who does The Verge have? Okay, because in my social circles of electronic geekness, I don't know who the fuck Chris is at The Verge giving TV reviews, okay? Chris might just be a regular fucking guy and think that TV is fantastic, okay? I don't know anything about Chris. Maybe he knows everything about fucking TVs, but I've never heard of him. Katzenmeyer, or whatever the hell his name is, at CNET, I've heard about that guy. I trust that guy. Okay, so now with that said, hold on. I remember the screenshot I saw in his video, but in regards to 14 milliseconds. But while I'm watching his video, I see 3 giant fucking color bands. I said they were like 2 or 3 inches. I was looking at my phone, but as I thought about it later after leaving him a message, I realized, oh shit, he literally has color bands like this big across his screen, like 3 of them. One of them was like this big on this side of the screen, and then it had the 3 or 4 inches. So it was one big giant color band like right here, right here, and right here, and then there was 3, and then there was a color band here and a color band here. And I showed it to my girlfriend, and my girlfriend even saw it on my phone. Took a screenshot, and I sent it to everybody I knew that's an electronics geek, right? The funny thing is you can see that stuff on the Xbox green screen also, because Xbox has the green logo. Now, with that said, he never truly gave you his thoughts on the TV, except for everyone else's regurgitating talking points on why the TV was so fantastic. And the negative that he gave you was also a regurgitating negative on the fact that it only comes in a 59 and he wanted a 49. It comes in a 55 and he wanted a 49, and they don't make a 49 in that model. Now, I don't know why that's a negative for that guy, because 55 inches? Come on, you're getting into 4K, 55 inches. Why would you want a 49? But that's a whole nother video. And so my problem is, he tells you he does all this research. He tells you he's going to give you his thoughts, but he doesn't give you any of his thoughts except for, hey, it's a pretty TV. I looked at it and it's fucking pretty. And by the way, everything I just said in this video literally is in these articles I just went and looked at. But it's nothing important. It's just like regurgitating talking points to sell the fucking television. And so, you know, you put all this time and effort into it, and it just makes me wonder, why did you just need to put something on your channel? Because here's the deal. I figured out he went to ratings.com, okay? I also went to CNET myself, but let me tell you an issue with the television, okay? With the 55P6O7 TLC. Gray uniformity of the P6O7 is disappointing. Oh, it's a great gaming TV, but your gray uniformity, which is going to be a big deal, sucks. As soon as you see any kind of sand, you're going to be pissed off, okay? As soon as you see any light, any blue skies, any light skies, you're going to see that shit. Anything gray, anything green, you're going to see that shit, okay? All the corners and edges are darker than the center. Oh, that's great. You're not going to see that in gaming, but it's a great gaming TV. Okay, the dirty screen effect isn't too bad, but it's noticeable for sports. So guess what that means? That means if you're playing sports games, you're also going to fucking notice it. And if you just go out and buy a 4K Ultra HD television and an Xbox One X, I'm just thinking maybe you're one of those guys that probably watches sports. So that's not very good, okay? Viewing angle sucks, which he told you about, got a 4.2 on ratings.com. But he didn't give you that extra piece of information, okay? TV shows got a 7.2, sports got a 7, movies got a 7.6, but it's a fantastic gaming TV, but he didn't go so far and give you that extra bit of information. Visible clouding in each corner. That's there. He said he did all the research, said he did tons of research. Within 5 minutes, I immediately read these negatives on this television that was like, what, almost $700? I don't remember the price because I wouldn't buy this piece of shit. Okay, so, but hey, if that's what you can afford and that's what you want, okay? I spent out of my budget to get the TV I have, okay? I'm just not a budget brand TV guy. But if somebody's going to tell you they bought a TV and then link you the fucking TV and then make a profit off of you buying that TV and told you they did research and yet makes a 12 fucking minute video, don't you think they should obligate themselves to tell you the negatives of this television? That's all I'm saying. So this TV has a semi-gloss finish, but in a room with windows and well lit, you get shit ton of reflections, okay? That's on ratings.com, okay? Now, CNET tells you that the TLC claims to have clear motion of 120 hertz, but they say claim, and it's fake, and it has motion performance of 60 hertz television. So why doesn't he tell you that? Because he's showing you the different reviews. He's showing you CNET told you this is a fantastic television, but he doesn't. Did he go to CNET? Did he read CNET? Did he bother to? Because I would tell my subscribers, if I bought a TV, here's all the pluses, here's all the minuses. Not, hey, this is fantastic, it's fantastic gaming TV, only has 14 milliseconds. By the way, there's a link below. Because that's pretty much the rundown in 12 fucking minutes, okay? Also on CNET, it says shows blooming, okay? TLCP can't get as bright as the Vizio. The Vizio? And it says, before calibration, the TLC or TCL or whatever the fuck it's called, doesn't have the most accurate color temperature. It wasn't precise. That's out of the box. Remember, he told you, hey, go to the store, go look at it on the fucking wall. Then you can find out how fantastic it is. CNET also tells you it has uneven black lighting. And they also tell you it has vertical bars. You know, the same shit that I just saw, the color banding. See, vertical bars don't sound as bad as color banding. But it was color banding, okay? So, here we are at ratings.com or whatever with some notes. The 55 P6O7 TLC overall picture uniformity could be better. If you don't mind, I'd like to repeat that. Could be better. So it's a fantastic gaming TV, but the picture quality could be better. Well, what am I looking at while I'm gaming? They gave the picture quality a 7.7. Now, here's where it becomes a fantastic gaming TV. The HDR gaming, 8.2. I guess because of that millisecond thing, right? Video games, 8.5. But we're still looking at that 7.7 picture quality. And here's the big one. The gray uniformity is also inadequate, and dirty screen effect is visible. Hey, but it's a great gaming TV. Gotta love that dirty picture quality while you have 14 milliseconds of delay. And speaking of that dirty screen effect, let me tell you about that. My buddy watched somebody on YouTube just talk up their Sony television, and he can see in the background, in the guy's TV, little dirty spots. Little shit they had, like when they snapped the screen together. And he told the guy about it. That's some dirty screen effect. And in the ratings place, it also tells you the same thing I read you over there, especially with sports, hockey, and football. 55-inch TV, what are you going to be looking on it besides Xbox One X? The HDR peak brightness, and it has decent local dimming. So those are two pluses, okay? And it had a lot of pluses. But this negative is a big deal. And if you did all this research and you're talking to your subscribers, you should probably let them in on that information if you're going to put a link down below where you're going to make money off of the fucking television. And maybe you should drive that television around the block for 2 weeks before you decide to make a video on it where you collect ad revenue and you might sell some people some televisions by putting the link down below that you get paid on. And here's another negative. However, highlights in very dark scenes will be dimmed below what they should be. Rating on the grayscale uniformity, 5.7. So those are the things I see in the gaming community and how I get motivated to make a video. Because I wasn't even going to make a video today, guys. So hopefully this has been somewhat entertaining and it sheds light on my thought process, okay? And hopefully I've helped some people in regards to maybe why you shouldn't listen to people that regurgitate video game articles, the same goddamn video game article that everybody else is regurgitating when it comes to things. Just because somebody regurgitates video game articles and bought an Xbox One X and bought a 4K TV doesn't mean they know what the fuck they're talking about. Just like me talking to you about my TV or electronics in general doesn't mean I know what I'm talking about, okay? So always go do your own research. Take care, guys.